Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Stella Rose Bella, where I talk about the latest Asian drama, music, and shows. Today I want to talk about my thoughts on our generation, 樱桃琥珀. And let's get into it. This project in general, I was really excited for it because Zhang and Zhao worked together. They're working together again, so I was really excited for this drama. I want to say first off that I have mixed feelings about this drama, and yeah, so let's get into it. So in this drama, Zhang plays Zhang Qiaoxi, and Zhao plays Ling Yingtao. So these are two characters. One thing that I really loved about this drama is, first off, you see the difference between Yingtao's family and Zhang Qiaoxi's family. You see that in Yingtao's family, her parents are very encouraging, supportive, and even if Yingtao, made a mistake or anything, they wouldn't yell at her and very patient with her. When you look at Zhang Qiaoxi's family, totally opposite. His mom controls him. His dad doesn't really remember his birthday. Zhang Qiaoxi's existence, they didn't really plan on him. The meaning of his name, since I was a kid, my dad told me, if you name your child, Chinese name, he told me that, oh, this is, what you wish, hope your child becomes, and very meaningful. And his dad is oh, we just saw this on the newspaper, and it sounded good, so we took this, and this is his name. And so I was what? So in this drama, the first two episodes, as I said, I really loved it. I like how Ling Yingtao, Zhang Qiaoxi's new to, the town and everything, and she's okay, so I'm gonna be the one that introduces you to all these people in my friend group. We're all gonna be friends, and whatever happens and all these things. And it was really cute, and she's taking the lead, and she's sort of the lead of the group, we welcome you, don't feel like a stranger, don't be a stranger, and all these things. I thought that was really adorable, and it was really cute how she went to the dictionary and find out what Zhang Qiaoxi is, character by character, what his name means, and tell him, your name, it has a meaning on all these things. So I was that's so sweet. Okay, so the part that really got me crying and touching was when Yingtao, and everyone threw him a surprise birthday party. And they got him everything black, which is, I thought was really cute and adorable. And the thing is that he never told them what his favorite color is. He's why is everything black? And they assumed that it's black, his favorite color is black because of his backpack, pencil box, clothing, all these things are all black. So they're okay, it seems like you like the color black, so we're gonna give you gifts and everything that's black. And then I thought it was really adorable because his friends noticed, and he didn't tell them explicitly, and they would notice oh, this is what he brings to school. So yeah, that was so cute, and I actually cried at the moment because I was Zhang Qiaoxi grew up in a family, as you can see, his parents don't really care much about him, but his friends, his classmates, really, really noticed him, and all these things, those little details, and I was oh, that was so cute. Another part that really made me cry, got me emotional, was when they grew up and they're all in high school, timing, and everyone has left the town, only Yingtao's family is still there, and everyone's in the city, and she wrote letters to Zhang Qiaoxi, and he never replied back to her letters. And her mom gently told her you're always clinging to the past, maybe he's moved on, all these things. And I was oh. And I think it got me emotional because handwritten letters nowadays, it's very rare and it's very valuable. So to have someone to take the time to write it and send it to you, mail it to you, it's a whole different level. And and I was oh, friendship and all these handwritten letters, and I was this is really cute and adorable to me. One thing I didn't like about it is, I mean, they come to understand why Zhang Qiaoxi act he doesn't know all these people, they're not my friend and all the thing, is because of his mom. His mom presence in this period of time is like more than his dad. His dad was like, okay, whatever, but like his mom was like the one that made me so mad. And every time she comes out in a scene or anything, I just mute those sections. I want to skip them, but because Zhang Linghe is in, those scenes, I was like, oh, because she was saying all these things. I was like, Zhang Xiaoxi is a person. He cannot, replicate or do everything that's the same as your son that passed away. So I was just like, ugh, so annoying. But one thing I want to say is that, like, okay, so Ling Qile or Ying Tao is the one that's like very bright and really like the one that's like taking the lead and like understanding Zhang Xiaoxi, and Zhang Xiaoxi is the one that's like pushing away anything that happened. He pushes like anyone away, shuts everyone off, and like all these things. And one thing is that like one thing I wanted to ask is like, did Ying Tao, did she quit school? She's like, doesn't matter, like she didn't care what her parents say, like did she quit school? That's one thing. Did she like tell her parents like, I'm gonna give up everything, I'm just gonna go, find Zhang Xiaoxi, I don't care what you guys. No, she didn't do that. She did, she still went to school. She like took her college exam, she got into college, she knows what she wants for her future and all these things. And then another thing for Zhang Xiaoxi is like, Zhang Xiaoxi, like when he got to Hong Kong and like he was with his cousin, and his cousin got hurt and everything, and like they had to pay hospital bills and everything, and like he didn't ask anybody for help. He went out and looked for a job, and like he didn't ask anyone for money. He didn't get like, he didn't ask like Ying Tao and all of them like, can you borrow? No, he didn't ask anyone to borrow money, like loan him money, anything like that. He went out to got a job. He actually also enrolled in HKU, like Hong Kong University, and then he also tutors people too. So I feel like in that way, it's like both of them are doing their own thing during that moment. So in this drama, I feel like there are certain parts that I feel like, as because of reality and growing up as like this drama, there's certain things that is sort of like, I feel at times childish, but also thinking if I was at that age, I would also think of the same thing. I guess like going back to like finding that person, that friend that you haven't thought about, haven't talked to for so long after so many years, and you still want to go find that person. I don't know. I just feel like, well, I just feel like everyone has that person that you think about from time to time, and like when if you've known each other since you were kids, and then like one day maybe they moved away or anything like that, you're just like, I wonder how this person's doing, even like maybe you didn't get contact info or anything like that, so you still think about that person. So I guess like in some way, when like Ying Tao kept thinking about Zhang Xiaoxi, I was like, like in reality, like how I feel right now, like at my age, I'm just like, if this person has to talk to you, like maybe this person has moved on, like they don't want to talk to you, they like cut off contact, anything like that. I was like, okay, fine, whatever, moving on. And then another thing is Zhang Xiaoxi's mom, like how she's like, these people like Ying Tao and all these people, this friend group is not right for you and all these things, like you think people, it's sort of like my reaction, like I totally understand where her, like his mom is coming from, especially like your my parents would say something similar to what Zhang Xiaoxi's mom told him. And it's sort of, I'm just, and my response to my parents is like, you know what, we're gonna be friends forever, and like we're gonna like keep in contact, we're gonna be good friends and all these things. And then in reality, it's like, friends forever, like friends, maybe you've been, friends for a while, and then like you don't keep in contact and you're not friends anymore, not as close, maybe not as close, and you don't contact each other anymore, or all these things, and life happens. So I totally understand his mom in that like perspective. And I'm just like seeing all these little things that you sort of like might have like happened to you, and your parents might have said these things to you, or things that you've done when you were younger. And I'm just like, oh, so relatable, like when I was a child, or when I was younger. So I totally understand all these things. for this drama at the very least. Through the drama, I would have to say the beginning first 2 episodes was really enjoyable, and then the middle wasn't so as much, and then the last couple episodes was the one that I really enjoyed a lot compared to the other episodes. I think it's because like it's not only because like Zhao Jima and Zhang Ling are portraying these characters. I think it's also because it's a lot different from the characters that they've portrayed before. And I think the part that I really liked is when Dang Xiaoxi and Ying Tao, they're in Hong Kong and they're arguing, and like Ying Tao's like, I don't understand you, like why do you shut everyone off, and like and he ends up hugging her in the apartment and all these things. Like they had like this argument, and she's sort of letting out like all these things she felt like all these years and all these things. And I was just like, oh, I love this scene. It was like so good, and they portrayed it so well. And I was like, I just felt like these two characters exist in real life. That's how I felt at that, like when I watched those like scenes and episodes of the drama towards the end. And I was like, this is so good. Anyways, if you like videos like this, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want to watch more videos like this. And leave a comment below, like what was your favorite scene, like what did you like about this drama, what did you hope this drama like portrayed. Because and one thing I want to add is like I wish there was more to the friend group, because I don't really know much about the friends other than like, oh, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a doctor, and all these things. But it wasn't really much about like the backstory of the friend group, which I felt like it wasn't really complete in this drama. I just felt like there should be more related to the friend group. I don't know, I just felt like they were just there, so that was a little sad about this like story wise. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.